Hello everyone, my name is Uthris and welcome to Tornado Alley, where we are trying to survive in Banished, and right now we're doing a rather poor job at that task. Looks like a tornado is moving through, just basically right by kind of important structures. Um, though it looks like it's not really moving in a direction that's very threatening to us. It's moving kind of parallel to our town, which is great. So this tornado is kind of uneventful for us, which is fine. We are running into other issues as well. The influenza is still kind of wreaking havoc on our citizens. We're up to 13 people infected, and that number is kind of growing rather consistently. I don't know if they can even really make it to the hospital in time before they spread to a couple people. This is part of the problem when you are building towns that are spread out from each other. If one town gets infected and walks through another one, then that town gets infected and it just starts spreading everywhere. So it's something to keep in mind when you're doing kind of these larger, more complex intertwining economies. So that's something that's happening right now. There was also a tool shortage a few years ago, and to solve that, I had to build a blacksmith up here in the northern farming town just to keep up on tools. And I mean, these first blacksmiths, they're not going to be upgraded. They're just going to be basically pumping out iron tools to give us a decent supply. And then at some point when you build the main city, that'll actually have the foundry and steel tools, hopefully, to provide better quality, more efficiency in the long run. So that's something to look forward to. There was also a fire, which I didn't even notice happened. And we are in the process of, I guess, trying to reclaim this area because efficiency of certain things are down for sure, and we need to kind of get this straightened out. And since a fire happened out here, this reminds me that wells, you might not think about them all that often. They are still a very important aspect to have. I mean, sure, this place is built along the water, but having a well here in the middle of town is just far more efficient than having it them run to the shoreline every single time. We have one well here, but we don't have any well on this side, so I'm going to place one. And then we have no wells down here, and it would be a good idea to have one, I think. We can have two. One for the northern, one for the southern side. I think I have enough coal for now, so I'm going to kind of switch over the mine back to iron. And if we drop down below 1,000, then they'll start replenishing that. Alright, so hopefully that's most of the current disasters taken care of. And hopefully we don't have many more issues going forward. Influenza, we're down to 5 people left, but I mean, this person is about to walk through town with the disease, so obviously it's just going to spike up a little bit more yet again. It's just this constant traveling that these guys do in between these two towns. It's just kind of keeping it constantly alive. So that's just something to watch. If it doesn't spike too much, then it's not that big of a deal. This episode, we're going to be moving on from our fishing village here into something I think a little bit better. We will be moving up to building the new city, and I'll tell you what profession I want for that after I look at this trader and completely dismiss it. So if I look, one, I need just a home out here. I'm still trying to solve our farming issues and why we have a few fields still that aren't being fully utilized. Ooh, some candles would be pretty nice, actually. You can use that to upgrade some things. Hull components, I guess that's for ships. I'll dismiss that for now. I'd rather build our own production and keep things progressing at a slower rate early on. And I accidentally closed out one of my menus, apparently. There we go. So let's go ahead and construct our wooden and stone bridge across into the new area of our new towns. And decide on what we want this production to be. Now, I'm thinking, hear me out, we need still more food. An apiary would be pretty cool to have. And then production-wise, let's see if there's anything cool that we can do. A candelier would be pretty nice to have as well. What else can we use? Tell you what, how about maybe a potter? Do I have a potter? I think I have one down here. Is that what this is? No, that's bundling shed, tannery, weavers. Well, it looks like I've decided to do pottery, apiary, and a final thing that I totally forgot, candelier. So that's going to be up here in this town. The apiary will hopefully provide some food along with candles. Oh, actually, I just noticed, looks like the influenza outbreak is finally over. So that's good for us. And no one's really cold. No one's really suffering a whole lot. Our tools are back to normal. Let me check out the small stopover town here. So we still have 2 people not working. I'm going to need one more woodcutter eventually, so I need to promote 10 of 9. Trying to decide on how this is looking. If I do this, that'll gain a person, so I can wait. We got 3 hunters here, producing a decent amount of leather for us, so we can slightly, just barely keep ahead of clothing demands. Though I definitely need to plant some cotton at some point in our farmland. I really like looking at the map. I don't know how well it shows up on YouTube for you guys, but just seeing like the fields and the grouping of buildings slowly starting to show up, it's always a nice feeling. So let's see if we can get this thing built as quickly as possible. And just look at all this foot traffic that we get through here. I mean, this constant flow of people moving in and out of the area is definitely something that I really enjoy seeing. And then if we even come down here, I mean, you can just see the cities feel far more populated now. I mean, we are up to, wow, we have almost, no, we do have 300 people. We have 300 and change. Wow. 304. So that is a decent amount for sure. We are growing ever so steadily. In fact, we're going to build a new church here soon to keep people happy, or a tavern or something would be pretty nice to have. I have to decide where. I'll probably put the orchard and place where we grow alcohol together. So there we go, and I can bump this down to 2, increase that to 10. if I look at woodcutter 10 of 9. Alright. Yeah, not bad. Looks like our joiner is the only one left without a position. 1, 2. Okay, so we need 11 foresters to keep up with everything. Let's go ahead and look at our current seed situation here. Now flax, I'll have to look and see if flax can be used to create cloth. Let's go down to the weavers. It can. It makes linen, which linen can be used to make a dress coat. So that looks like something we may want to get into sooner rather than later. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy this flax seed. We'll give up 100 fancy furniture. Okay, well, let's give up 25 rope and 5, 10, maybe more. Let's do 25, and then 25 tallow. There we go. So we got flax now, which is great. I might be able to swap something out. We're not really using barley for much, I don't think anyways. Like if I'm looking around, barley's not really our main food source. So I might be able to switch just the barley out completely for flax. There we go. In the next season, that'll change over and hopefully produce some good results. Let's bring up this menu again. So I need to stop closing this thing. We're already at about 12 minutes, and we have yet to even build anything in this area. And things are starting to get more and more spread out. I built even a connecting road from the fishing village down to this immediate village here, so it gives them kind of a quick path in between, and this still has its long road down into the first town. Oh, again, another merchant. We pop up here. Trust me, this game gets really, really busy as soon as you have more than 3 trading posts. It's almost just this constant supply and demand tray that you're doing. Wow, your crop field's not really going up in yield, guy. You're only at 53%. That's no good. Your yields are rather low. How about you? Decent. And you? Low. Decent. Decent. I don't know, could just be an education problem still in certain areas of our town. If we look, we're only at 79% educated, so, and only 66% clothed. Total population is up to, where's that at? 309. 309 people bustling to and fro. Like, just look how active this market is. That's fairly active for a marketplace. I mean, people hanging out in the bakery. You know, I don't know why our joiner hangs out in this northern village, but he does. These fields will be harvesting soon. This one's definitely gotten a little bit better. Yeah, this one's not really growing. Oh. It's actually mid-harvest, so that's not bad. How about this one? Yeah, see, this one's still giving me issues with not being harvested at all. Same with this one. This one? Nope. How about you? Looks like there's only 3 fields. Sorry, I'm kind of rambling at this point. I'm just waiting for this bridge to be... Oh! Spoke too soon. Okay. So what we need is we're going to need a market. I'm thinking about building Instead of a rural one, we'll do... Actually, it should be a rural run because this isn't the main city. This is just kind of another food producing hub. So we can just plop this down, instantly drag out to increase priority. Lay out kind of our first road surrounding the area. There we go. We have plenty of builders. I mean, I can bump this up to even like 25 builders just to get this like really underway really quickly. And the question is, do I mean, every place is pretty much going to have a fishing hut. I don't really see much of a downside to having one kind of everywhere. So let's do that, and then waterway. I like this quay locker for our fisheries, just because it probably stores a little bit more because it's just this one specific item. So let's pop that there. That's fine. Now these guys are going to get cold as they are working far away from the closest village. That is a completely normal thing. In fact, they may even path over from our farmland as well and come over there to... builder fell off a ladder and died. Chrissy, you need to work on that. Now we're also going to need a temporary stockpile over here. I completely forgot about that. That is usually an issue, so let's increase priority on that. I'm already at like 17 minutes, guys. This is going quite long, so I'm going to go ahead and skip, and maybe we'll have some beginnings of something here, and I can show you guys at least what an apiary looks like, what it produces, and we can go from there. Here comes the swarm. Obviously a whole bunch of nomads coming in. I feel bad every time I tell them to go away, but they bring disease. They eat all my food, and then they lower my education of my town. Like, they're really good after natural disasters, like wipe out large populations of the town, but this is a little crazy. Like, this many? Like, how many is this? This is... Let's watch the conga line appear and just take up a whole bunch of room outside City Hall. This is 44? No. No. Y'all get out. I don't need y'all here. Leave. At least they can walk in a nice straight line. I mean, look at that. That's just too many people. I mean, it would have been great, but also not great. So, we're alright. We don't need them just yet. Who knows? Tornado could just wipe out half the population, and then I would have wished to accept them. Alright, everyone. So this seems to be a good stopping point for me. We have established the beginnings of this town, and we have some apiaries up and running. We have 3 in this location, and then I plan to have 3 more over here in this location, kind of spreading it out like the plantations. So that's going fairly well. Our food supply is wonderful right now, so no concerns there. If you look at our history, you can see each one of these employ about 1 worker, and they get between 100 to 200 food probably a season, maybe a little bit more. So that's good. So we get food, but we also get beeswax, and beeswax can be used to make candles. Also, tallow can be used to make candles, which tallows we get that from the meat market. So we are starting to make some candles, and in fact, if I go over to our main inventory here, Should be able to see candles starting to creep up here. We have 8 total, which is great. We have dress coats being made from the tailors from using our flax. And so that's going well. I built another little tailor up here just so we are still using leather in some capacity. So if we look at our leather supply, you can see we have 124 leather, which is great. So hopefully this will keep our people clothed. And if we look at our overview, our clothes went from 66 to 82%. So that's looking up. Education is at 82%. Total population is at 347. Back over to the Apiary town. We have a new chapel. It's definitely a very colonial chapel. You can change the skins of these things. There's another variant, but I don't like that one like hardly at all. If you look at it, it's this. It looks, I mean, it's alright. It's definitely very chapel-esque. But I just don't like how they don't have any, forget the name of them. It's these outcroppings. Forget the name. Oh well. Anyways, so that'll do it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are enjoying the content, feel free to subscribe to my channel if you're new. Go ahead and check out my other videos. Leave a comment down below if you guys liked what you see, if you have any suggestions on what I should build next. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.